Cash that fucking ticket, baby. Will Z. Oh my God, what a day yesterday was, huh?
Oh man, I'm still I didn't sleep last night. I had so much adrenaline. I still have it now. Like I feel like I could just go run a marathon.
I slept. I was fucking wasted. Popping bottles last night, baby.
Did you really get wasted?
Yeah, I was more drunk than I thought too.
Always...
what a win. Holy shit. Willy Z was some clutch ass putts. Holy shit.
Yeah, never thought I'd hear anybody say that. And I tweeted this last night too, but it's just a fact. So many people have been betting this guy every week for the last 2 years, trying to be the first guy on it. And I saw some people say like, "Oh, that's a FOMO bet for Willie. Is that this week? That's the reason why people won. It might be a quote unquote community win on Willie, but it isn't a community win. The community broke even on Willie. We won.
Yeah, we've bet him once all season.
Once at Memorial.
Yeah, and we never bet him ever.
Never. And I've been shitting on the guy for 2 fucking years. And then when we had JT beat him in the playoff at the PGA, I said, I now own his ass. And so I do. We won with him on his first win. It's funny. I've been the biggest Willy Z hater forever. And I'm there for his first win.
Hey, we're up a lot of dimes on Willie lifetime. You guys are all even.
Yeah, a lot of dimes. But it was a fucking incredible performance. I mean, the putts. Like, I thought he was winning all day. And people can probably vouch for that. I had a bunch of people DMing me during the day and saying, like, we're fucked and it's not looking good. We're going to get screwed again. Another second place. And I was like, no. Just have faith. He's going to win. I really, truly believed he was going to win the entire time. Until
the end there.
And one time before, like when he had 12 feet and Straka had 6, I was a little nervous.
Yeah, that was the second playoff hole.
Yeah, when he went in the woods and Straka was in the...
Straka didn't go in the water, but ended up basically being a water ball since he took an unplayable.
Yeah. So 12 and 6 after he had just made a clutch ass 10-footer and 18. I was like, how many of these is he going to be able to pull out his ass? This was even a little bit longer. I liked that it was on a similar line, but fucking drills it.
Tough. He made like 3 or 4 putts that I just... You know what, with Willie, that's kind of his range, though. The 10 to 15 range. That's where I want him putting from. I don't want him putting from like 5 feet and in. That's when he gets me really nervous. But yeah, most of the day it was just like we just kept crossing off names. We were like, all right, Weasel's done. Cross him off. Spawn, see you later, buddy. He was done early. And then we crossed off Finau. And then Morikawa made a small little push. If he made... He had like a 3-footer for Bird and then a 6-footer. If he made those two, would have put some pressure on Straka and Willie. Then crossed him off. Then we ended up Molinek's chipping in, but ultimately we crossed him off. And then I just figured Sepp was the next guy to cross off, and he just wouldn't go away.
He wouldn't go away. He was impressive. Really impressed with what he did. Obviously, that was really cool.
Not 6 straight missed cuts for the guy, and he's just like, dude, you're not good. Like, why are you still here? Just get the fuck off my TV. Let Willie fucking win because he fucking deserves it. And I mean, he was the best player all week. He led the field in approach. He did what he does,
and he gained 2.2 in putting. That's all you need for him.
All you need from Willie there.
And so yeah, that the playoff was great. So I guess now let's talk about that third playoff hole where I was happy to get off the 18th. I said that on Twitter, and some people gave me some pushback saying they thought Willie had the advantage on 18 because Straka kept inching closer and closer to the water. But I just don't think Willie could hit the fairway on 18 because he wasn't taking it over the water. He wanted to not take it over the water, but still hit driver. So he's never going to hit the fairway to the right. And I was like, okay, you get the best iron player, put an iron in his hand.
Yeah, a couple things before we get to 11 there. Straka's T-balls. I thought they were both wet on 18. What the fuck?
I did too.
What's up with shot tracker there? Or
top tracer? I don't know. I wasn't exactly sure, but he looked like he might even thought it was wet. Even on the first one, he went down to his knees a little bit.
Yeah. And then Willie, I mean, you got to give his caddy some credit there. New caddy too. Telling him to punch out from that woods there. He's just like, hey, the way you're hitting your irons from the fairway, you're going to give yourself 10, 12 feet. You at least have a putt at it. If you try to go for the shot, there's a good chance you're in the water and the tournament's over.
Yeah, I was disappointed with the iron shot too. I was like, 12, 13. I was like, I wish he get 90 yards, and Sepp put it from 150 to 6.
Yeah, that was an incredible shot by Straka. Like, what
The guy was just nails the whole fucking time. You know what, too? One thing I want to address was a lot of people out there saying, "Oh, someone's shooting a 63 on Sunday." I knew there wasn't a 63 out there. It just wasn't out there. I knew it wasn't. So I said
65.
65 was the best, which is what I thought. I thought there was no better than 65 out there. Turned out to be correct, but I knew 15 under would win it. But I thought 14. But I thought 14 would have been a playoff. And it turned out 14 probably would have won it if Straka just played like he should have fucking played, because there was no one else above 12.
Yeah.
So I knew it was going to play a little tougher than people expected it to. It's just how it always goes, especially with that much money on the line. This is how it's going to go. But I mean, yes, credit to Sepp. I mean, he did play great earlier in the season.
He did. He won the Honda. He was playing really well, but like nothing coming in. Like even in the missed cuts, his stats were fucking horrific. Like,
yeah, no, they were bad. It's just I wasn't as surprised with him because I don't think he's a scrub.
I think
he's still a semi-scrub. He's a semi-scrub, but there was a span where he was like playing really well for a long time.
Yeah, no, he was. I mean, he randomly popped at the Olympics. You remember that?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like he's not like a shit player, but he's a guy that'll keep his card every year. Maybe have a shot to win once or twice the season.
I like him better as a player than Spawn.
Oh, for sure.
But I was
more worried about Straka than Spawn.
People were thinking Spawn had a chance. This Spawn fan club is fucking weird.
So weird.
Like they think he's like so good. I don't understand where it comes from. Yeah, he won the fucking Valero, I think, right? Valero.
Yeah.
Cool, I guess. But
great job.
He was fucking awful. Every time they flashed to him, I saw someone tweet like, "Oh yeah, I think Spawn has a chance to do this." Like, no fucking way. He every time they flashed him, he was making another bogey. I think he finished at like 5 under.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad for him at some point.
I hope he missed the playoff.
No, he's still in it. He's safely in it with the win.
Yeah, that's right. He had the win. Okay, so 11. So this guy, I was like, all right, I thought he was going to stick it on 11.
So I was happy. We got to a par 3 in the playoff, even though I'm not a fan of par 3s in playoffs. But I was happy we were on a par 3 just because that just instantly gives Willie an advantage.
Yeah, he put an iron in the hand of the best iron player.
Yeah, but I don't like par 3s in playoffs.
No, but I was done with it 18th hole. Like, do you think if you went to it 18 again, who do you think had the advantage?
Probably Straka.
He seemed like he knew
why does Willie have to go first every time?
Because he finished first. I guess that's the rule.
Can't we go every other in the playoff hole? Why can't like Straka go first in the second playoff hole?
It should be. I like going first, though, don't you?
Sometimes, but when you get it's an advantage sometimes to go second if a guy's in trouble.
Yeah, I think the advantage is going first, though. There's way more pressure on the second shot. I remember we had Harry, and he was going first every time too, and I thought that was an advantage.
Yeah, but with water though, don't you think
maybe not.
That helps the second guy. I agree with you on the approach. I'd rather go first. Well, just with the tee ball, I don't know.
Yeah, but if he puts in the fairway, then you have a lot of pressure to not like. I guess it can go either way.
Willie just blasted into the fucking lake, and then Straka can literally take an iron.
Well, let's talk about 11.
Right. You think Straka knew where Willie was?
I think he knew he was in trouble.
But he didn't know he was up
a penalty,
against a rough lip, right? He knew he was dry.
He knew he was dry, but yeah, I think.
Do they have TVs?
No, not there.
No,
not down there. No.
Okay.
But I think he. First of all, let me say this. I think he was going at the pin. Some people think he was a bad shot. I think he was going at the pin.
Think so?
Straka, I do, because
if he was, he's a dumbass.
I know. I don't know why he's going at the pin, but I don't think he would flare it that far right. And also, he had just stuck a shot from 151. He had the same exact distance on 10 as he had on 18 as he had in 11. So I think he was trying to do the same thing, and he wanted to end it. So that's what I think happened. It didn't look like it wasn't fading to the right. It was a straight line. I don't think it didn't look like it was a mishit.
He must have thought that Willie was just like got caught up in the rough.
Yeah, that could have been it. But either way, whether he is or he isn't, he's not. He didn't stick a shot. You don't have to. You can't expect Willie's making birdie. He has to play the middle of the green there. What the fuck is he doing?
Maybe you were right. He was going at it and just trying to go for the win. He knew Willie would get up and down for a par. I don't know.
But that was so dumb.
Yeah, it was real dumb. Real dumb. Yeah. He's a dumbass.
And then the next one, he overcorrects and goes in the bunker. And then I think Willie, I don't think he was trying to play head games or keep the pressure on Straka. I think he was truly debating on whether to play it.
I kind of wanted him to play it.
You did, I don't know. I can't believe you did. That's fucked.
What if I thought he could have just like taken like a 5-iron and just like,
I don't know if you can get that high enough.
What do you mean get it high enough?
He was so close that thing was like a firm wall of grass. If it hits it, it's going directly backwards. And it was like 3 inches high. If you don't get it up immediately, I don't think a 5-iron gets it up high enough. It pops off that and goes right back in the water.
See, I just think he maybe I just think he could have got it on the green somehow. But you obviously made the right decision.
I was screaming at my TV, screaming.
What if Straka sticks that shot, the second shot?
Then maybe he does try to play it.
I think he has to.
Yeah, or else you're doing the same thing he did on 18. He has 6 feet, you have 12. I don't know.
I don't think he. I don't think he would have. Because Straka was lying 4, and Willie was still lying 1.
Yeah, but I don't think it was mine.
Straka's lying 3 with like 6 feet. I think he might have to play it.
But a lot of people are saying like he was playing mind games, like acting like he was going to play it to keep the pressure on Straka. I don't think that's the case. Do you?
What, debating what to do?
No, like, so people are saying that he never even intended on playing the shot. That he just wanted Straka to think he was playing the shot, so he had more pressure to get up and down.
Straka had already played.
No, he still had to play his bunker shot.
Right, but he was still debating it even after the bunker shot.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think he was at all. But a lot of people are saying that he was playing mind games or trolling or whatever, which I don't think is true.
I don't think he was at all.
He was thinking about playing the shot.
Yeah.
But I was screaming, "Pick it up, you sick fuck," the whole time. My wife yelled on the stairs because she was putting my son to bed, and she was obviously into it. And the shot tracker thing in the playoff is awful. She was trying to follow it while she's putting him to bed. And she's like, "What are you yelling at? Just pick it up, you sick fuck." And she's like, I'm trying to figure out what is happening based on what you're saying, but I have no fucking idea.
Wow, your wife has the PGA up, huh?
Oh yeah, she gets into it.
Nice.
She told me to bet fucking Cantlay for her last week. I was like, fuck you.
Needs a new face.
Yeah, it needs a new face. So I said, yeah, I cleared like, I don't know, 18, 19 grand, and you owe me 200 for Cantlay. I was like, I didn't put it in, but I took the action myself.
Pay up.
Yeah. So yeah, what a fucking win for Willie. I mean, just drilling putts. He was crying emotional after the win, and he's never gonna be my favorite player, but I've grown to respect him a lot as a player. I don't love him. Like, I'm not a Willie fanboy like 90% of people in the world, but I do respect him a lot as a player.
Yeah, great win. Willy Z. You know what? That's golf betting too. We've been hitting all these second place finishes. I go back to back, and now I'm up a shit ton of money on the season. I mean, it hasn't been our best season, not even close to our best season, but you hit a couple winners. I got free rolls into football for a while.
Yeah, that's all it takes. And it was looking bleak for a while, but to get 2 majors, a playoff win, Riviera, like it salvages the season for sure. And then obviously, like, I preach discipline a lot, even when I don't have it. But I went obviously huge on the major and this one. And big reasons why was because I said this to you Saturday. I said, I hate saying this, but I'm so confident Willie's going to win. And I felt that way when we did the show on Monday. And I felt that way. I never once thought he wasn't winning from Monday to he hit the ball on the rocks.
What about after his first round wasn't the best?
Well, yeah, that's true. But Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I thought he was winning at that point, but I thought he was still in it because I thought I was going to play tougher as the week went on.
Yeah, the other picks were good too. Fitzpatrick. I mean, he was there. Came in fifth.
Just the old Fitz.
Yeah, just the old Fitz. Sanjay got involved a little bit. I don't know. They were all good picks.
Yeah,
Except Jordan Spieth. I'm never betting that guy again.
He was fucking awful.
Yeah, he looks completely lost. That was bizarre. He can go to hell. I'm done, guys. I'm done.
Yeah, that's what he said before. Gonna relapse. But it won't be this year, right?
No, it definitely won't be this week.
So yeah, one of the best weeks ever. Geez, this is so much that then now let's talk about Cam Smith here, right? The penalty.
Cam Smith. It was a penalty.
You agree that it was a penalty?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be a penalty?
It was, but
I think they were searching for it. Like they were going back through it through every. I guarantee you the tour was going back through every fucking shot.
They had a guy in it and a bunch of different TVs. Yeah, no doubt about it.
So they were definitely searching for it. Yeah, it was. You don't think it was a penalty? Definitely was.
It was a penalty, but it's just like it sucks. He wasn't gaining an advantage. He almost gained a disadvantage because he had to play it from the penalty area. Technically.
Yeah.
Like, how's that helping?
The drops there is like so small.
Like, how's that helping him by playing it from?
Nice picture, by the way, behind you. I didn't know you put that up.
It's my favorite golf moment of all time. And so I think, and I actually, before we say that, I just wanted a quick little love letter to Smith. I've gained, like, I used to call him Weasel, hate him, but I've fucking grown to love this guy.
Yeah.
Have you?
Not as much as you, but yeah, I understand your love affair with him.
And the thing is, I started to love him a couple weeks before the Open. I think I even said that to you. I'm starting to like fucking Weasel. I like Weasel. I think he just has such fucking balls.
He does have balls. That nickname's not. It shouldn't be a bad thing, is it?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to be called Weasel.
I feel like it's a great nickname for him.
It's a perfect nickname for him. Doesn't mean he would want to be called Weasel, I don't think.
Yeah, that's true.
If my name was Weasel, I'd be like, that kind of sucks.
So, but he's going to go to live. Is he going to be irrelevant?
Yeah.
And that sucks.
That's what I think it sucks. Like, I don't want him to be irrelevant. I want him to be relevant. I like, it sucks when you're betting against him, but if you have no dog in the fight, it's the guy I'm going to be rooting for. And now you go to live, and it's just, I don't know. I don't love the product and live, and I'm not. I don't dislike it. This is the difference. A lot of people say they hate live, they hate their product, whatever. That's fine, but I don't hate Smith for going. I'm upset that he's going because I want to watch him on the PGA Tour all the time, but I don't hate him or blame him or think differently of him for going.
Yeah, that's the only thing that drives me nuts with the anti-live people.
Yeah, like, I think the tournaments are gonna not be as, they're gonna suck. Maybe it gets better, but as of now, it sucks.
Yeah, I just hate when people get so mad at guys for taking money to go play golf.
Me too. But in terms of the product, yeah, PGA Tour is the best.
Yeah. So we talked about the penalty. How about the withdraw this week?
Well, first on the penalty, do you think anyone else gets the penalty besides him?
No, I don't think they go back and search. I guarantee you, it's just like that shit that happened to Tiger at the Masters in 2015.
Yep.
You probably get guys on TV they just hate him because he's going to fucking live, and they don't think he should be in the tournament because he's kind of double dipping. You know what I mean? So they're probably just searching for anything they can find.
If he wins, it's a fucking nightmare for them.
Nightmare.
That's why I always like.
He'll become the number one player in the world and winner of the tour's biggest prize, and then jump. It wins 18 million, and then jump for another 120 over to live.
Yeah, look at the headline: number one player in the world and winner of the FedEx Cup leaves the PGA Tour. It's a nightmare. Like, there's no way they allow it to happen.
So what's he going to do next week?
I think he's done, personally.
You think they're just going to slide him some cash underneath the table?
That could be the case, or he thinks he might just say, "Fuck it, I don't need any more cash." Especially now he dropped.
Do you think he got heckled this week?
I saw a story, and I don't want to disparage it too much because it was Golf WX who wrote it. It wasn't me. They don't send me those stories because they know I'm not going to write them. They send the anti-live shit to another guy.
Yeah.
But I disagree with the story a lot because it said the headline was like Smith gets heckled at the St. Jude. But I was watching so much of him all week. Every time they announced his name, they cheered. Every time he had a good shot, they cheered. It was all cheers. Just because one guy at one point, I guess they yelled sellout, one guy at one point. Like, I don't think because one guy at one point says something means he's getting heckled. The fans were very supportive of him the whole week. I was making a note to watch of it, and they were very supportive the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think the tour talked to him and be like, listen, we're just gonna slide you a check for like 10 million. Just go away.
Maybe they said we'll pay you for what you would have placed or whatever. But yeah, that could be the case. So where is he now in the standings? Let me see. He's now third in the standings. What does that pay? He's third in the FedEx Cup standings.
Third pays, I don't know. The first is 18, I think. Hold on.
Also, it's stupid that Willy Z is first now.
But it's extra points for these wins, I guess.
Yeah, that's what's stupid about it. It's called a race for the FedEx Cup from the start of the year, but these events are the only ones that matter. Yeah, I know you're going to get here in the top 125, but you win this and Willy Z's in first. His year doesn't compare to Scheffler's.
Yeah, third is 5.
So maybe they said, go away, we'll give you fucking $2 million. Probably wouldn't cost that much.
Get $1 million for top 10.
Yeah, maybe give him $1 million. But I don't think he's going to play East Lake. Do you?
Why wouldn't he?
Well, I don't know. Either because of something like this, whether PJ's paying him, whether Liv's playing him, or whether he's saying, fuck this bullshit. They fucked me over last week. They're not going to let me win.
Yeah.
Why did you take this week off, right? There's a big purse for this week, too. Guaranteed money.
I know. Yeah. Willy Z got like what? Almost $3 million for last week?
He got more than Smith won for the Open.
Had him in the one and done. It was massive.
Yeah, I wanted to play him. I have nobody left. Everyone tells me the strategy. Use all the guys early. I have no one fucking left.
I get no one left either, but I had Willy somehow.
So, yeah, I mean, whatever. He made his bet, I guess. He made that choice. That a lot of that comes to the territory. Probably didn't know people are going to be looking through all the videos to just find a rules violation, but
yeah. Another thing on St. Jude, man, when I'm at the beach house, I fucking own golf.
It's weird.
I've been at the beach house for JT's Sunday win, Weasel's Sunday win, and now this Sunday win.
It's crazy. There's a couple other times too in the past.
Yeah, it's just nuts. It's just like beach house magic. I'm not going to be there this weekend. It sucks, but
yeah, maybe just go there and fucking sit in the car. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with what I think I'm gonna win this week too. But because I like the guy we're picking, I really like, and I think is going to win. So I guess we'll get into that. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. No, that's it.
All right. So BMW Championship, we're now down to 70. This is when the events get a little weak in terms of betting. With that being said, we have hit this thing 2 out of the last 3 years.
JT, right?
Were you on Rom?
I was not on Rom. Okay,
so I hit this thing 2 of the last 3 years. JT at Medina. You were somewhere for that too. I think you were on a boat.
Yeah, but guess what? I caught the last 3 shots at the beach house.
That's right. So I remember texting updates from the boat. He had I think this Saturday was the best round I've ever seen. The best round I've ever seen. Just a guy just go fucking nuts on Saturday. He won by 6 or 7, got to 26 under, whatever he got to. So that one, then I hit Rom. That was the 60-foot putt to match DJ. That was unbelievable. And then last year we should have been on Bryson. So thank God he didn't win.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we fucked that one up big time.
So we're rooting for Cantlay just because we knew we should have bet on Bryson. And Cantlay win. Cantlay gained 14.5 strokes putting, top 2 all-time performance strokes gained putting since strokes gained has been invented.
Remember all those putts Cantlay hit? Just fucking clutch.
Just drilling putts.
Bryson was a great playoff too.
It was. So we're at Wilmington Country Club, which is the first time this course has even hosted an event. Said the course has had a different. The tournament has a different host. Each of the past 6 years has been somewhere different.
What's next year? Next year's a good one, isn't it?
Next year's back to Olympia, where Rahm won at 4 under.
Okay, good.
But the previous 6 of the past 7, so exclude that Rahm -4 at Olympia Fields, Cays Valley, Medina, Ronman, Conway Farms. 6 of the last 7 have been winners of 20 under or better. So they've all been birdie fest, all these BMWs, with the exception of the Rahm win. Do you remember why that played so tough? I know the course is pretty tough, but I feel like the conditions were also tough.
Yeah, it was very windy. I hit the first round leader there, Decky. That was
great.
Okay,
it was windy and firm.
That was the Rahm DJ playoff, right? When they were drilling those long putts.
Yep. Playoffs at 4 under. Wow.
Yeah.
So this course is Wilmington Country Club. It's par 71, 7,534 yards, bent grass greens, Robert Trent Jones design. No cut event, obviously. The course is, it seems like the layout is pretty similar to what we saw last year at Cays Valley, but it seems long, right? 7,500 plus for a par 71, but the par 5s are very long. I was looking at the scorecard. 2 of the par 5s are like 625 yards or greater.
Wow.
So just long ass par 5. So there's a lot of distance in there. And then 3 of the 4 par 3s are 200 plus.
That's what I was going to ask you next.
The par 4s are relatively
short. But the par 4s are just shorter then, right? 450 or less, which is short for PGA.
They have like 4 of them that are 450 or less.
Yeah, so that's driver wedge.
Yeah, so I think it's driver wedge on that. And then, but if you look at the par 5, it's probably going to be driver wedge too, because you probably have to, I don't know if you can get there in two out of the 3 of them.
Any idea on what the rough looks like?
No, that's the one thing I don't know and that I would love to know, but I don't know.
And then they have been getting rain. One of the areas of the country that has been getting rain, huh?
Yeah, they've gotten a bunch of rain, 2.5 inches, I think, in August. And
it rained last night, and I think it's supposed to rain a couple days. Maybe it rained during the tournament, I think, too.
They're saying 95% chance of rain today. So I imagine it's going to be soft. I think, and I don't know, because everyone's just speculating at the moment, but I think we're looking at another birdie fest. I'm 20 under, I think.
Yeah, sounds like it. Is there a lot of trees?
I think it's a tree line. Yeah.
Yeah. With some bunch of bunkers, right? Isn't that what
91 bunkers?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. But does it matter? I mean, of course it matters a little bit, but I think we're at the point where all the best players are playing. One of the best players is going to win. There are 8 guys under 20 to 1. And
right.
I think one of those 8 is winning.
Nah, Fitz ain't winning. I can tell you that right now.
So one of those 7 is winning.
Sal's probably not winning either.
Right. No, he isn't. So I know you think there's some other guys outside of the top 20. I know you said that last night. I don't know if you still feel that way.
Yeah, I think they have a shot. Like I give Sam Burns a shot. Hovland.
Yeah, so
Neiman.
Yeah, there are some guys who could, but I strongly suspect
I agree with you.
Rahm, Rory, JT,
Cantlay,
Scheffler,
Finau,
and if you want to say Xander, maybe no cut event.
Yeah, Xander definitely does.
So I think one of those 7 guys.
Yep.
So
I mean, just historically, that's who wins these.
That's who wins these. And when I bet the last 2, when we bet JT, I don't know what he was. I kind of want to look it up,
20.
but
he was 20.
Was he?
I think so.
I don't think he was playing that well going into it.
Right.
But Rahm, I think, was 12.
Was he?
Yeah. So I bet him at 12, right? And he goes down to 60-1 after the first round, and he was
He had that stroke where he didn't mark his ball, and he fucking just he picked it up.
Just picked his ball up. Yeah. So then I doubled down. That was like my first big hit where I hit more than one outright. That was just like in a week because I doubled down on the
that was when DJ was just on fire. He's winning everything.
Yes. So yeah, I do think the winners are going to come from. Nope, I'm looking at it now. BMW Championship. Looking at our card on Twitter, JT 14.
Okay.
And Ron was 12. We had a 10-1 on Robbie Shelton, top 20. I forgot that guy existed, but so yeah,
they also had Leishman's won the BMW before.
Yeah, and so was Keegan.
But that was when were these cut? Were they no cut at the time, or was that because there used to be 4 events?
Yeah, I think this was the second, so it might have been I don't fucking know, but
yeah,
I don't know. But most of the time, good players win. Is it possible that they don't? Yeah, I guess so, but I don't think so. And this is like there are definitely plenty of weeks where you want to value shop, and does this guy win at 10-1? But does Hovland plus Morikawa have less of a chance than Ron by? There are weeks to do that. This isn't the week, in my opinion, to do that. You take the guy you think is going to win, just fucking pound him.
Like that. Odds?
Yeah.
Odds are already moving here. Bet365, Rory 10-1, Rahm 12-1, Cantlay 14, JT 14, Finau 14. We'll break those 5 first before we get to the next 4 guys at below 20.
All right, first let's give Rahm thoughts, because I do think he has a chance to win this thing, and he's been pretty bad for most of the year, and last week he looked good.
Yeah, I live bet Rahm last week at like 60-1.
When second
round, just because he was just tee to green, he was great, and he just kept missing all these 4 or 5 footers, and he could have been like right there in the mix going into Sunday. Instead, he was like 4 or 5 back. He gained 8 tee to green. His driver, he's pounding fairways, 4.4 off the tee. I think he finished like 3rd, maybe off the tee. Approach, almost 3 on approach for the week. Basically level putting. He's one of 2 guys I'm looking at this week. So up top.
Yeah, he is. I think he definitely has a chance to win. I don't like the fact that it might get to 20, 25 under for him.
Mm-hmm.
Most of his
but he can do it though. He
can, but he's going to have to make a lot of putts, which he hasn't been doing this year. Doesn't mean he can't, because I still think he's still one of the best putters. When I don't know about the shoes that Mike D has been talking about, if he switched shoes yet, but I just want to see it. When's the last time he's gained a bunch of strokes putting?
Memorial 5.6.
Okay.
Bent.
So he's been putting fairly well recently.
6.9 at 6.9 putting at last year's BMW. He finished 9th.
Wow. He likes Bent, likes Poa. Yeah, he's not that great on Bermuda, so he's still positive.
He was 18 under in last year's event.
Yeah, so he played pretty well, and I think he probably can win. He looks good. He's like, but the guy I'm betting here is Rory.
Okay, give it to me. You gonna bet the 10, or you're hoping for a 12?
I'm hoping for a 12. I've already put a little bit at 11, so I know I'll at least have a little bit at 11. I just think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna win. His record off a missed cut is just really, really good. I know he missed a cut last week, and it doesn't bother me, especially because his stats are pretty good. Lost a bit off the tee. It doesn't seem like he was hitting fairways. That may or may not be a problem this week. I tend to think that it won't be. But 3 of his last 8 wins are after a miscut. He won API after a miscut at Valspar. He won the Canadian Open after he missed cut at Memorial. And he won Wells Fargo after missing the cut at the Masters. And he has some other really good finishes too. He has a 2nd after a miscut.
Second this year. Missed the cut at Valero, second at the Masters. Yeah, he's done it twice. Wow.
And there was nothing about him last week that was worrisome to me. I thought he looked pretty good. He gained stroke and approach. He gained 1.3 in 2 rounds, 1.8 in 2 rounds. So
yeah, I love Rory off missed cuts.
He's so good off missed cuts. Off the tee, I don't understand why he lost off the tee. I can actually check. Lost a little putting, but he's been so good on bent this year putting. He's been one of the best on tour. It's Cantlay first, Bezuidenhout second. He's the third best putter in his last 24 rounds on bent. He's just been putting very, very well on bent. Canadian was bent, gained 6.
Yeah. So he missed the cut on the number. Obviously, he made that bogey on 9. If he just makes the cut, he probably finishes in the top 15 at worst.
Yep.
Easily, right? It's just what he would have done.
Yeah, he definitely. Yep. So Canadian gained 6. That's bent. Gained 6 putting. CJ Cup, when he won, gained 6. That's bent. Let's see. What else? A lot of his wins are on bent. He tends to gain a lot putting. Wells Fargo, bent, gained 7. But yeah, he loves these bent grass greens. Augusta, bent.
Man, I wish I could get a 14 on both of these guys. I just bet them both.
I know. That'd be nice because I do think it's one of the two that's winning.
So what's the strategy? Like, do we just try to bet both of them?
Bet him, see if we can get Rahm live.
Yeah, I mean, even at it's tough. Rory at 12. $830. Doing some math here, fellas. Doesn't put us that far over, man.
Doesn't?
Puts us about, yeah.
Yeah, another site came out. Not that it's the one that matters. This is the other one, but 10.
It puts us at about like 6.5 times.
That's not bad at all.
At 12 and 14.
Okay. So I don't know if we're getting 12. Probably not.
Are we getting 14? We have 14, don't we?
Yeah, we do have 14, I think, something like that. But I don't know if we're getting the 12 on Rory. Or do you wait to see if Rahm makes a bogey early and try to get on him live?
That's another possible.
Because I'm fine not betting anybody else. I know there's some guys who like.
I'm really debating just betting these two and overexpose myself just because we had a really nice week last week and got some cash to burn, you know?
Right, and it's a unique event.
Yeah.
But it's only a 70-man field, and you know, if you get 2 of the 6 guys you think you can win, then it's still a pretty good spot.
Yeah. All right. Stuff to think about. These other 2, Cantlay, Thomas, Finau, other 3.
I've seen a lot of love for JT. I don't know if it's because he won a BMW and he was going really low. How were his stats last week?
They were all right. No, they weren't special. Off the tee, he was good. Approach, he was just meh. Gained 4.5 around the green. Tee to green, he was good though.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be back next year.
Yeah, I don't know. Not feeling it.
No, we have a good track record with JT. I'm pretty sure we've been on every one of his wins in the past 3 years.
Just not feeling JT. I don't know. I'm sure he's going to be top 15. Cantlay. I mean, this plays like last year's event, but I don't know.
His stats were awful last week.
Yeah, but he's been so good for 6 weeks.
And he's a bent guy. We said we weren't going to bet him last week because he's a bent guy.
Yeah, I can't bet Cantlay at 14-1. To be honest with you,
no, I can't either. But I wouldn't be surprised if he played well.
No. And then what about Finau? Another great performance. Like this guy, and I feel like this course fits him perfect. I prefer him on bent grass. I mean, what's not to like here?
There's nothing not to like, but I'm not going to bet him at 14 either.
Yeah. But I mean, he's probably going to play well again, right?
Yeah, I think. I don't know, but it seemed like over the weekend, and I wrote a mid tournament preview, and I said to fade Finau for the rest of the week, and I think he was -1 the rest of the week after he was at 10 under through the second round. I think he's gonna run out of gas. I think water always finds it level. The guy was like 98% from putts 10 foot in the last couple of months.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's gonna find its level. I just think he's just in one of those stretches where he's just playing well every week, and
he is. But I think
next season he won't be like that.
No, I think he's just starting to hit that tail end of it, though.
Okay. I don't know.
Maybe not.
He just finished 5th.
Yeah, what did he do Friday, Saturday, Sunday? He had a hot
lot of guys do. Yeah,
but he had a hot Thursday, and after that, he didn't do shit.
I don't know. He had a chance to win going to the back 9 on Sunday. It's not bad.
Yeah, debatable whether he really had a chance to win.
You just don't like Finau.
I don't not like Finau, but let's see. Second round, he lost 1 on approach. Third round, he lost 1.2 on approach. Third round, he did gain 2.5. Fourth round, so he did play well on approach. On the fourth round, just didn't really putt. But so
I'm not trying to bet him or anything. I'm just saying he'll probably.
Well, he lost strokes on approach on Friday, Saturday last week. He hadn't lost strokes on approach since prior to that, the second round of the 3M. So he's had.
Was he good off the tee? Was he finding fairways?
He was okay. He was 0.3.
But I mean, I feel like last week's tough because if you're in the rough, it's just completely different. Like Willy Z, like he's in the fairway, he's putting it to 10 feet everywhere. In the rough, you just have no idea what's going to happen.
I do want to look at Rory real quick because he lost strokes off the tee. I want to see why.
It was in that second round, 1 bet round. I'm not worried about Rory off the tee.
Yeah, lost 2 off the tee. I'm not either, but I just want to know if he was missing fairways. I imagine would be right.
Yeah, I mean, he's not losing it on the distance.
Yeah. Yeah, he lost 5.6 fairways gained last week.
Yeah, but go look at off the tee for Rory.
Yeah,
he loses it 1 week, and then he'll gain like 10 straight before he loses another one. So I'm not worried.
No,
he loses off the tee for a second straight week. That'll probably be the first time. Yeah, first time he's done that since 2018. So I'll take my chances.
So we're pretty much guaranteed for a good off the tee week. Yeah. Do you want to go through every single guy or what?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I think people like listen to us, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Fitz, 16. Anything there? Not in a bird fest, obviously.
No.
Willy Z?
No.
He's at 16. Why no?
It's because he's not winning back-to-back. I think there's going to be more of a birdie fest. He won at 14 under, 15 under. I think that's a pretty nice score for him. I don't see him getting to 22.
Yeah, definitely. Agree with you on all accounts. And the number blows.
Yeah.
Can't be betting Willy Z at 16.
No.
What a sweet number to hit him at. Nice 28.
Yeah, great.
Good one. Scotty, 18. I've seen some 20s. That number's creeping.
That one I think is more interesting than the rest after Rory and Rahm. I think it's definitely a good number. Wouldn't shock me if he won. He just isn't playing well, though. That's the thing. He just is not playing well.
Let's see how he is off missed cuts this year. Missed a cut the Scottish. Was in contention at the Open. Missed a cut at the PGA. Came in second the following week at Charles Schwab. Missed the cut at Shriners. Finished 30 at CJ Cup. Missed the cut at Charles Schwab in 21. Finished third at Memorial. Does pretty well off missed cuts.
Does, and I think he could do very well. He's been off for a bit. Like he could say he was in contention at the Open. I don't know if he really was. He kind of was going into it, but I never thought he was really winning. Did you?
No.
He was 20-1 going into Sunday.
Was he?
Yeah, because I remember because Uncle Hank wanted to bet him.
Yeah.
And he finished 21st. So I wouldn't say he was in contention. Missed the cut at the Scottish. And his stats weren't good. It was mostly putting, but did lose a little bit on approach, which he hasn't done very much this year. Off the tee was still good. I think he could definitely play fine, but I just don't think he's going to win.
He was angry.
Yeah, he was smashing clubs or whatever. And
does he win Birdfest?
Does he win Birdfest? No, I don't think he does.
Waste wasn't a Birdfest this year, was it?
The winning score was
16. So no. Yeah, API was like -5. Masters, he was like 10 under.
Yep. Yeah, he doesn't really win Birdfest. US Open.
US Open, obviously. Charles Schwab, when he was in the playoff with Burns, that was like 9 under.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, me too. But I do think he'll probably bounce back and play well.
Yeah. All right, 20 plus here. We got X at 20, Morikawa at 22, Burns at 22, Sanjay at 25.
The Burns number sucks. I know he could potentially win, but I'm never going to bet him at 22 in this field. I don't know. Morikawa. I mean, I have a hard and fast rule with this guy, and it's worked out to this point. We've bet on most of his wins besides the Open one. People liked him last week. I thought he could be all right, but until he starts gaining 4, 5, 6 on approach, I'm not betting him.
Did he not do that last week? I have no idea.
Gained 3.2.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fair take.
Gained 3.2 and he gained 2.6 putting.
Yeah, he has these spike top 5s every now and then this season.
He did it at the US Open, then he missed his next 2 cuts.
He did it at the Masters, then played like shit till the US Open.
Yep. He did it at Genesis, and he missed the cut at the Players, 68th at Valspar. So I don't know. I think he tells us when it's coming. He shows us when it's coming. Even when he won the Open, he had one bad week at the Scottish, but he was second and fourth, second at Memorial. So he went 7th, 8th, 14th, 2nd, 4th, 1st, with the Scottish in between the 4th and the 1st. His strokes gain approach numbers in that stretch. Jesus Christ. 7.6, 7.7, 8.2, 6.8, 8.3.
Yeah, he was fucked.
Unbelievable. So
I like X better than him.
Yeah, his stats were really bad last week, though.
They were, but I understand. I just think no cut, firm or bent. I don't know. I think he could play. I just think he's going to play better than Morikawa.
Yeah, he could. His stats were great prior to last week, so it could have been just a blip.
But I mean, he was 18-1 last week, and now you're in a 70-man field. He's 20-1.
Yep.
So I think it's a fine bet if that's the direction you want to go. Burns, Burns could win.
Yeah, I like him in Birdie Fest.
He could win. This is definitely his thing.
Yeah, he's good in Birdie Fest. He used to be Bermuda only, but looking at it, we were looking at it prior to recording, and he has been putting really good on every surface. I think he's 8th in bent putting his last 24.
Yeah. And then Sanjay, the Sanjay rule.
Yeah.
R70 Bermuda.
That's it.
All right. 28, you got Little Prick Vic Hovland, Cam Young, 28. My guy, Tom Kim, 33. And my other guy, Jordan Spieth at 35.
I'm seeing a lot of love on Cam Young this week. What do you think about that?
I looked at his stats. They were pretty good, besides losing 5 strokes putting. But, I mean, he misses the cut. He made the cut on the number, birdied the last hole. Fucking cocksucker. He could play well again. I'm not going to bet him at 28-1, though.
No, not at all. People think 28-33 or whatever is a good number. I don't think it is in this field.
No.
What was he in the majors? Like 50, 60?
The last one, he was 100 plus.
Yeah, it's just, I don't think it's a good number. I think people are saying, oh, Willie got his. Now Cam Young's going to get his. Like, that's just a hot thing to say. And I think his skill set could be for this. I do like him in Birdie Fest. I do think there's going to be a lot of driver and wedge, which worked out for him very well at the Open. But not in this field at this number, no.
Yeah.
People think he's Willy Z. He's not Willy Z.
Well, they're just two completely different players.
Right, but they think
you got the live shit too with him now.
Right, I know that's been kind of been put to rest a bit.
Yeah, what do we believe? Everybody that's been rumored has always ended up going.
True, but I don't know if you saw his parents came out.
Yeah,
and said he wasn't, but who knows? I don't tell my fucking parents shit, so.
So we're not betting Cam Young. Before we get to Hovland, Tom Kim playing well.
Yeah, he is. He's playing great. He's good, but I'm not interested, obviously.
It's basically the same reason Tom Kim and Cam Young. I mean, numbers just aren't good.
No, they're not good. Vic was the only one I was interested in. I wish he was playing better, but I do think this is the type of event he could win.
Again, make enough putts?
Yeah, I think he's fine putting. The greens are huge. You know what? St. Andrews, he was second. Greens were huge. Didn't have to do anything too crazy around the greens. Like, I don't think he's going to be missing too many greens here. I don't think anybody is.
So would we, if we don't take both of the top guys, you take Rory, Vic?
Yeah, that's one thing I'm considering.
Or Rory and another guy? Can you fit? Yeah, you can obviously fit Rory and Vic.
Yeah, you can fit that. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to win. But I do kind of like the fit.
I don't really see it. I don't really see him winning.
That's fair.
Next year.
Yeah, next year. Yeah. Again, I like him for this. I just don't know if now is the time. So probably not, but I am a bit interested.
All right. Nolan Spieth, Neiman, 35. Seen better, 40 plus. Lowry, 40. Those are all the guys. Those are the only two guys below 50.
Lowry's time is over, but Neiman I like. And I know you like him too, but his stats were awesome last week.
Yeah, he's first in the field, or second in the field in the approach, I think.
After Willie, might have been third.
Maybe third, something like that. I know it was 5 plus, 5.8.
Really good. And I love him on bent. Don't really like him on Bermuda. I think I like good drivers this week, like long drivers. He's obviously one of the best. So yeah, I'm considering him. Can I see him winning this event though in this field? That's the question.
You like him or Vic better?
He's a good putter. It's funny. He's a good putter on bent. He's just, that's it. He sucks on POA. He's like a little under average on Bermuda, but it's not a narrative. It's completely true. That's where he wants to putt.
It's the Chileans, that's their thing.
Yep. So that's why I'm never playing. Like, I don't play, especially Mito too. Like, people wanted to say he was going to win last week. Until he's on bent, that's really where you want him. And I do like him this week too. I don't think he's going to win, but I do love him as like a DraftKings play. I think he's going to have a really nice week, Mito.
Yeah.
And Neiman. Who I like better, him or Neiman? The question is, and I think this is the question that we'll have. What do we like better, a 40 on Neiman or a 30 on Vic?
Yep.
What do you think?
I think Neiman has a better chance to win.
Okay, then let's go with Neiman then, I think.
Do you agree?
Yeah. And we won't be that exposed either. So I think a good strategy here could be bet Rory, bet Neiman. Still have some room because that's not really a complete full card. If Rahm drops to 20, get it.
Bet Rory, bet Neiman, bet Cam Davis. That's the play.
Yeah, you like Cam Davis.
Not necessarily I like him. I've just been betting him for 6 weeks, and I'm not going to miss a Cam Davis win at this stage of the season.
Yeah, I just don't think he can win.
He's not gonna win, but it'll be there. Just Just a little sprinkle for suicide insurance.
Oh, let me think about this. I do like him in birdie fests. If driving accuracy isn't really incredibly penal, I could like him here. And wasn't he in the mix when DJ won the Northern Trust at 27 under?
Oh yeah. Yes, he was.
Look at that leaderboard here.
I wouldn't say the mix because DJ won by 12 shots, but yeah, he was there.
Yeah, I do remember him being there.
I think he fell.
I was an
off.
early Cam Davis guy.
Yeah, you were. He was. He ended up finishing 31st, but he was good early.
Yeah, he might have been the leader through 2 rounds or something.
Yeah.
Oh
no, that was last year's Northern Trust. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. All these things get mixed up, you know.
They did. What was that? 2020.
2020. DJ was minus 30.
Jesus.
Cam Davis, yeah, he shot 64-65 first 2 rounds. Then the weekend he was 72-73.
Yep. So I don't know. I don't think he can win, but yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, first round leader. Lock it up.
Yep. Yeah, I like that.
All right. All right, 50 plus. We got Hideki, Homa, 55, Hatton, 55, Connors, 55, Adam Scott getting steamed down to 55. Those are the guys below 60. Anything there?
Yeah, I mean, the third guy I was considering was Decky.
Okay.
Because I think he's been pretty good after a miscut. Sorry, not a miscut, after a withdraw. Like every time he withdraws, he really isn't. He's bounced back the last couple of times he's done that, from what I can remember.
Yeah, but he just withdraw.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't think he was all that hurt. I think he just wanted to rest for another week because he was guaranteed his place in this field. That's what he said, too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's been bad.
Oh, shit. Sobel's out.
What is he at?
Oh, God. No. Oh, back on Morikawa.
Perfect. Damn, wish it was Rom just so I could ignore him.
Oh, oof. Jesus, that was very fucking scary. Holy shit.
Why?
I was scared. I thought he might go to where we were going.
Morikawa, huh? Decky. Back to Decky. He hasn't been that good, man.
No, he hasn't. But Bent Green, spin eyes. I know that.
I mean, that withdraw that he had at the Rocket, as I was on him, he made a fucking 9.
Yeah, I know. Has he played since then?
He was at the course this week and he withdrew. Plus the live shit. I don't know.
No, he's not going to win. He's not going to win. But maybe contrarian DraftKings play, I guess, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then
Homa, Hatton, Connors.
I'm a little interested in Homa. I know I like him on
bank
bank.
It as well as I thought he did. No, he's lost. Last 2 weeks, he's lost 2 on approach.
I typically don't like Homa, but I like this. I don't know. For whatever reason, I like this area kind of for him.
Yeah, he's either good on the East Coast or good on the West Coast.
Yep. And I think he doesn't putt that great on bent. Yeah, maybe I don't like him. I just for some reason thought of I'm thinking long drivers of the ball kind of, and he kind of popped up. But
yeah, he's won in this area, Quail.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he won Wells twice. There was one in the DC area.
Right. Basically,
what about Scott?
He can't win. Can he play well? Absolutely. He's not capable of winning.
This motherfucker, man. He just you don't know what he's gonna do well. He's always gonna do something well each week. You just don't know if it's gonna be driver, irons, or putter. No idea which one. Or he'll even mix it up. He'll chip in a bunch of times.
Yeah, he led the field in putting last week.
Yeah. Then 2 weeks ago, he was like 8 on approach.
He was horrible in putting. Yeah, he can't put it all together. I don't think he's capable of winning right now at this, maybe ever again.
Yeah.
Do you?
Oh, he's going to be on Live, so he'll probably win at some point on Live.
Yeah.
Team Australia, him and Cam Smith and
Is
Leishman.
Day going to join that team? Leishman, Cam Smith, and Scott?
I don't know how Day is not already at Live.
The only thing I was thinking was, is he worried about, like, when you get paid that guaranteed money?
With Tiger?
No, you have to play when you get that guaranteed money. Like, if you miss, what happens if you miss a bunch of starts? What did you withdraw? What did you get hurt? Are you supposed to play through nagging injuries?
Yeah. All depends on the contracts.
Right. So, and maybe they don't want to sign that motherfucker. He's not going to play. They're going to play with Travis Smythe or something then.
Yeah. Or Danny Lee.
Yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, I can see Scott definitely playing well, but he's not going to win.
All right, I'm going to throw some names at you. Your guy Henley.
No.
Do you realize that Henley is a fucking loser?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I do.
You try to get sneaky and go back to him a couple times since the 2021 Wyndham.
I know he was fifth at the other Wyndham. It's tough, man.
Are you going to play him in DraftKings?
If no one else does, maybe.
Missed it on the number. Guy misses more short putts. Oh my god.
What are his stats like? Oh man, he was off. He hit a 4-footer earlier in the round, and if he made that, he just would have made it.
Yeah. Brian Harmon 66.
Nah.
Billy Horschel 60. He's not winning the Birdie Fest.
No.
Keith Mitchell. No. Pendrith.
Nope. I like the course setup for him more than I did last week. I thought it was kind of crazy people going to him last week, and I looked wrong for a while because he was really good for the first couple of rounds, but it just the course didn't make sense for him. This week I do like it. The course fit a lot better, but not to win.
Yeah. So Heath.
No, I see a lot of people betting him though. Why? Is there a reason for that? Were their stats good or something?
No.
Why is everyone betting him?
I don't know.
Because Willy Z won. They just want to say, oh, well, they want to get the first one, right?
Guess so. Here's a guy. I have no idea what he's been doing, but I could. Keegan.
He's won a BMW.
125. It's pretty good. He could win.
Yeah, he's capable.
Like he's not like a Mav McNeely here or Harold Varner, like not able to win. You know.
Right. I agree with that. He's won a BMW. He's won in stronger fields. The problem is he's usually hot fire on approach. He's lost in 2 straight.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anybody else down this board.
No, I don't have anyone really after 10. I think a guy who's 10-1 or 11-1 or 12-1 is winning.
Yep.
I truly, truly believe it. Truly believe it.
Would you take any shots at like top 5s on any of these? Our guy Andy Putman.
Andy Putman. No, I would not.
Okay.
I'm just
steal 200.
I just want to pound the fucking shit out of Rory. I know that sounds a little weird. But
are we surprised he's 10? Didn't we? I figured he'd get to 14.
I thought so too, but I almost like it because you know what? Let's keep people off him.
Yeah. How the hell is Kuchar in this field?
I have no idea. Has he? I don't even remember him ever in contention this year.
Never. At no point was he in contention to win any tournament, and he makes it to the top 70. How is that possible? All these other guys have, even like Alex Smalley, he finished second in one of those shit events. Like
he was second and third. Second at Valero, third at RBC Heritage, back-to-back weeks.
I don't remember that.
Gained $1 billion putting in both of them.
What he's not doing lately is gaining $1 billion putting.
No, he is not. Wow, 7.4, 7.2. I do remember him in the mix at Valero a little bit because we were on
Fratelli,
and I remember seeing Cooch, and he was kind of hanging around. Him and some other old. Who's the other old? Snedeker.
Yeah, I don't get how this guy made it. Like, and the same with Leishman. He's had a horrific season. How is he in?
I don't know. I think he was pretty good early.
Maybe in the fall series. That's when we always bet him.
Yeah. I'm excited for the fall series.
It's the last one.
Oh yeah, then they have the bullshit one.
They're gonna have more shitty golf tournaments with 40-man fields that are unbettable.
So they're still talking. They're talking about how much Liv sucks and everybody hates Liv. So they're going to do the exact same things Liv's doing.
Yeah.
That's how they combat it. So fucking stupid. Just being reactive instead of proactive, which was the problem all along.
Yeah. Yep. So, anyways, Willy Z, he's our guy, I guess. But he was incredible yesterday. What a day of golf yesterday. Guy made all the putts when it mattered. Hot fire with the irons. And then we're going to pound some favorites this week.
Yeah. Yep. Pound some favorites. Rory's winning.
Let's go back to back.
Let's do it. Hey, Willy Z, what a win. Fuck yeah, baby.
Cash it.